I thought that from a speech from the ramparts, his first speech, I really would have felt happy if he had touched a little more upon a sector which 60%, 70% of our people are involved with: agriculture, irrigation,
Sir, but
and of course education
what do you
and
expect?
health. I thought they were omitted. I thought even a statement of intent, a statement
Vinod
that
Mehta,
these are the sectors. We've heard of Digital India, we congratulate
the arbiter,
We've heard of national highways, we congratulate
okay, the arbiter in this debate tonight is Vinod Mehta.
Real issues which touch the lives of people.
The arbiter on the debate will be Vinod Mehta. It's time now for Ravi Shankar Prasad to respond. I don't think I need to summarize the observations that have been made so far.
In that case, Arnab, can you allow me to add one point? We can answer together.
Can you hear the government and come back?
I'm sorry, I didn't say.
Arnab, I haven't spoken.
Can I just take 1 minute? We can answer together.
This is not fair.
Oh, not fair, says Vinod Mehta. Vinod Mehta, go ahead. And then I'll go to the government, please. Yes, Vinod Mehta. He's also, Vinod Mehta, please. He's
Arnab,
also, yeah.
Arnab, I have good news and I have bad news. First, the good news. It's not about the oratory, it's not about the vigor, it's not about the aggression with which he spoke. I thought his decision to press only small specific buttons rather than big thing about Pakistan and poverty, etc. What can you say? We want to remove poverty. So I thought his pressing of the small buttons on sanitation, on toilets, on the girl child, on rape, etc., was a masterstroke because it connected with the people. If you tell the people, I want to remove poverty, I think you put them to sleep. This is what Dr. Manmohan Singh used to do. Now, the bad news is that there was one overriding issue in the country today. I'm sorry to say this. And that issue is the communal temperature having been increased quite a lot. And the Prime Minister raises the issue. Now I want to ask you, what do you mean by raising the issue? I wanted him to say today that under my watch, the severest punishment will be given to anybody who tries to play communal mischief, whether it is in my party or it is in somebody else's party. And I will not allow this. No question of any moratorium.
Okay.
It's zero tolerance to communal mischief and no punishment. Punishment.
Fine. I take your point. But you Arnab. Now I must go to Ravi Shankar Prasad. No, Abhishek Manu Singh, after Ravi Shankar Prasad, please.
Only
No, 1 minute. I need to, otherwise we lose the drift of the debate. Please. Ravi Shankar Prasad, you have so much to answer. Many of our speakers highlight what he did not speak about: corruption, price rise, terrorism, foreign policy, poverty. Vinod Mehta says communalism, he was not specific enough. These are also issues that many would have expected Modi to address in his inaugural speech from the Red Fort. Ravi Shankar Prasad, why did he miss that?
First of all, today surprisingly the Great Times Now audio is not functioning properly in between, therefore I have not heard many part of the debates which is going on there. But whatever generally I have been able to understand, let me reply just, and I hope you will give me time. First of all, is the Prime Minister today to read a manifesto standing on the ramparts? Or as the leader of the country, he must inspire, awaken? Let me take specific, because Sita talked about lack of any program for that. Two things. He says the MPs also contribute for creation of toilet for girl students in his schools. He tells the company that you have got 10% to spend on corporate social responsibility. He appeals to them to respond to that. All of us are sitting member of parliament on this panel. All of us have 5 crores MP lad scheme. What he said today, you all the MPs adopt 1 Adarsh Gram.
Yeah.
Complete by next 2 years. For that, and he had said on the anniversary of Lok Nayak Jai Prakash Narayan, the entire framework will be available. 543 in the Lok Sabha, 245 plus in the Raj Sabha. If they combine together, how many Adarsh Gram will be there? And he has appealed to the Chief Minister to ensure that MLAs also have the similar scheme. Sita, is it a concrete program or not?
Sita
Let me ask
Ram,
you.
Yechuri, is it a concrete program? He's asking you.
Please. No, please let me. If you interrupt me, then I will not be able to respond.
The Prime Minister himself. No, hang on. Hang on. I'll tell you why.
Let me complete.
The Law Minister.
Let me complete. Then you are not being fair to me.
No, I'm going to come back to you, Ravi Shankar Prasad. It's your turn to respond, I know that. No, it is your turn to respond. I'll come back to you. It's your turn to respond. I know Ravi Shankar Prasad. I just let him.
Ravi, I'm not
for 20 seconds. I'm
interrupting.
coming back to you.
I'm not interrupting. I thought you were asking me a question. That's why I started speaking. I thought you were asking me a question.
5 people are asking questions from me and you are not allowing to respond. What has happened to this debate today?
Answer and then we'll come.
No, 1 second. Okay, let Ravi Shankar Prasad answer, then you respond.
You see,
okay, fine. Let Ravi Shankar
Prasad. When you
Prasad
ask a question, you have to respond.
He says you asked him a question rhetorically, otherwise.
You wait for your turn. Did I interrupt you, Sita?
But you asked me a question. I was being nice to you and polite.
Okay, fine, let's move on.
You have to answer.
Let's move on.
You have to answer a question when it's asked.
Let him complete his rebut. Remember, on the debate, there are at least 3 plus possibly Vinod Mehta against Ravi Shankar Prasad. So I am going to be a little disproportionate.
This should not be a bilateral between the Sitaram Yechuri and Ravi Shankar.
No, it's not a bilateral between them.
Sitaram Yechuri and Ravi Shankar
I think it's 4 versus 1. So let Ravi Shankar Prasad complete all his remarks. Then I'll come to the others. Yes, Mr. Prasad.
Let me quickly when he talks moratorium on all the violence, he talks of caste violence, he talks of communal violence, he talks of extremist violence, he talks of gender issue from rape to female feticide, everything he talks. He is talking to the people of the country. Surely Sita has got the right to criticize, so has Pawan, so has Manu. But let me tell you, the people of India have liked his speech today enormously, and that was the feedback on so many media channels there. On the issue of corruption, let me say, no corruption is happening in this government today. Let me tell you, in the 60 days, and nothing will happen. Mr. Modi is so particular about it. On the issue of foreign policy, what did he say? Such a master statement. I want to have the engagement with all the SAARC countries in quest of fight against poverty. That is the real quest I want to ensure. Do you want a lesser amount of emphasis on foreign policy? In sync with his visit to Bhutan, what he spoke in Nepal.
Okay.
He took off from his speech in Nepal that if Nepal can come, therefore it has to be seen in a holistic way.
What is that?
I grant the right of my eminent friends on the panel to continue to pick. That is the consolation prize they need after a massive defeat. I don't grudge that. But I think today, Mr. Modi's speech was a master's speech.
All right. Now, Ravi Shankar Prasad, I go to Abhishek Manu Singhvi. We are going to open up the debate and make it quicker right now. Abhishek Manu Singhvi. Yes, please.
I was going to say it in the beginning, but I made my several other points, so I missed this one. There is this great, obvious, visible hiatus. Mr. Modi talked of communal harmony, he talked of moratorium, he talked of equilibrium, all that. But he had nothing to say to the Adityanaths, to the Togariyas, to the Singhals, to the Goa minister, to the Bihar MP. Now there is this huge hiatus. I think there are only 2 possibilities. One is that he has omitted and deliberately allowed them to say what they want and is keeping a Nelsonian blind eye. Now if this is a good cop, bad cop game, there is a problem. It doesn't work too long in India. If it is for any other reason that along with this remarkable eloquence in Central Hall or at the Red Fort, he maintains complete and studied silence over 10 weeks. His remarkable silence is matched by these occasional bursts of eloquence.
Mr. Prasad, he could have been stronger, he could have been more specific.
Great importance for the country.
He could have been stronger and more specific. Hand goes up, Mr. Prasad responding. Yes, please, Mr. Prasad. They are not satisfied with your explanation.
My state response, my state response is this. One is the civilizational heritage of India. Today he talked of Maharishi Aurobindo. He talked of Vivekananda. Many others have talked about. On the issue of communal scourge is concerned, he was the chief minister for 14 years. Anything happened in Gujarat? Anything happening in Madhya Pradesh? Anything happening in Chhattisgarh? Anything happening in Goa? We have got 9-10 Roman Catholic. We have debated it ad nauseum. Today the point is the larger issue needs to be understood. And what is happening in Uttar Pradesh is too well known. Even Rahul Gandhi went there and admonished the local government of Uttar Pradesh. Abhishek knows it.
Come on.
But what are you talking about?
But
would
when
you take up these issues on the 15th of August, where the country needs to speak in one voice? I'm sorry, my friends are entitled to take. That's the only consolation they want to have. But the country is looking forward.
Mr.
No, the problem today is that you are not allowing me to speak, and when I'm speaking against Prasad, you are interrupting.
Mr. Prasad, I find your participation. No, one second. Mr. Prasad, you're very happy you're on Newshour, and ministers should keep coming on Newshour more often, even after they become ministers. That's in fact what I'd say to you. But Sitaram Yechuri wants to add on to what you've said. And Mr. Prasad, I just want to add one thing that you remember Mr. Modi had said that he had opposed the comments which were vitriolic during the election process, and it was because he opposed it that he thought they had stopped. But off late, the point being made is these comments, observations, the vitriol, the acid, the kind of comments being made have not stopped.
Because let me also say one thing today.
Yes.
Let me say one thing today.
Let Sitaram respond.
I am coming on your channel after exactly 2 months. And I don't wish to come in the near future also. Today, because of 15th August, I have come. Did any one of us in the government have condoned these kind of utterances? You know it very well.
But have the utterances continued?
On some of these statements, we have taken a very tough stand.
But have the utterances continued?
Modi is making an appeal for moratorium on 10 years. My good friends again want to nitpick on it. Good luck to them. I say that is the consolation prize for the massive defeat.
All right, now
using 15th August also for politicking. Yeah, good luck to them.
Mr. Yechuri will respond, and then Pawan Verma. Yes, Mr. Yechuri, your turn to respond to Ravi Shankar Prasad.
Come on. No, but please, I mean, this time I don't want an interruption. Again, you had that happen with Ravi, but that's a different point. But what I'm saying is, just remember, I mean, we are being given a sort of a platitude today saying, on 15th of August speech of the Prime Minister, country should be united, therefore do not criticize. That is being anti-national is not gone to that extent, but that is what is the indication. But this is strange. Tell me one 15th August Prime Minister speech that the BJP had not criticized during the last 10 years. No, I mean, you cannot have these sort of standards. And why should there not be any criticism? I mean, being united as a country is completely different from saying that I want to have a proper blueprint. I mean, for heaven's sake, Ravi, you and I for last 7 years have together shared in criticizing the 15th August speech on various counts. And don't now tell me that by criticizing what the present Prime Minister has said, we are being anti-national and not being with the country, not being united, etc.
I'm sorry, Sita, I will have to interrupt. I never said anti-national. Please withdraw that word.
No.
Please withdraw that word.
Okay, he didn't say anti-national.
Patiently waited.
He didn't say anti-national.
No. When you say that we are having a consolation prize by criticizing the Prime Minister, what is this consolation prize by criticizing the Prime Minister? If there is anybody who has to listen to the moratorium, then it is the RSS that must be listening.
I say come with substance.
Is that meant for the RSS? No, if it's meant for the RSS, that is fine. If it's meant for the RSS, then you tell us. Yeah, but that is what it is meant for. And when you're talking, it is the Home Minister now belongs to this government. The Home Minister has brought out his latest annual report. You'll have the state-wise communal rights, communal incidents that have been recorded and put on record. And all the states that you have mentioned, you'll have those incidents and the numbers given there. So that is what I'm saying. If you want a substantive issue to debate upon, you'll have to be substantive.
Okay.
Again, it's not rhetoric. That's why I'm saying the hangover of the elections seems to have not got over. It is over now. If you want to talk about nation building and moving forward, then let us take the issues from there. So the question of this moratorium is this on communal rights. Now, to whom is it aimed at? What is the meaning of this? Now, are you going to bring the communal violence bill?
No.
Is that on the agenda?
Gentlemen, open up.
Are you
Otherwise,
going to,
otherwise, okay.
But that is what.
Otherwise,
that is what I meant.
Pawan Verma,
Well,
Vinod Mehta wanting to come in. Pawan Verma, Vinod Mehta wanting to come in. Pawan Verma, Ravi Shankar Prasad responded by saying to you that you entirely missed the Prime Minister's reference to SARC and the importance of SARC. He feels, therefore, that you did not hear the Prime Minister's speech effectively when you said there was no mention on foreign policy. Would you like to revise your criticism of the Prime Minister's speech on that count?
No.
Would you like to, Mr. Verma?
Arnab, first of all, Arnab, before you ask me to apologize for a crime I haven't committed, I did hear that. I felt it was inadequate. I have the right to express my point of view.
Yes, yes.
Secondly, I take exception to Mr. Prasad,
Why?
for whom I have great respect, saying that any criticism that may come of a speech of a Prime Minister while felicitating him for having made that speech is a result of the consequences of the defeat that you may have suffered in the last election.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget, this triumphalism is very bad for you, sir. You were also reduced to 2 seats nationwide. So don't harp on that. Third point I want to say with due humility is that there is something that we have always maintained, that governance, which is your main agenda and platform in which the Prime Minister emphasized, governance and religious and social harmony are 2 sides of the same coin. One without the other is not possible. Now, when the BJP has come to power, and it is a party with not a single representation from the country's largest minority, we all hope that in Mr. Modi, after this victory, there will be the exemplification of a strong resolution to keep this kind of communal violence and tension at bay.
Why do you doubt it?
I doubt it. I will tell you why I doubt it.
By saying it, has he not committed himself to it?
I doubt it. Please let me finish. I'll tell you why I doubt it. Mr. Vajpayee, when he was Prime Minister from the same party, went that extra mile to keep the lunatic, extremist, rightist fringes of the larger Sangh Parivar in control. This Prime Minister has become inexplicably silent. And
Mr.
I
Prasad,
thought from the Red Fort he will give a very strong warning to the Togadiyas, to the
was this not a warning?
Religious provocation.
Was he, what he said today was not warning enough?
Both sides
in your view?
Divide. Competitive communalism on both sides of the divide is wrong.
So,
and I would thought he would speak of religious harmony.
I think I'll get a response from Mr. Prasad again. Sir, 3 panelists
not in perpetuity.
Sir, 3 panelists counter you on that.
I was saying that we were surprised that he said.
No, 3 panelists counter you on that. Vinod Mehta wants to come in, but
failed to make a strong pitch against
the point is this.
Of this world.
So the point is this, Mr. Prasad, that if Narendra Modi is almost joking with emotion when talking about communal violence, why was he not more specific?
The politicians should not dominate the debate.
Yes, Mr. Mehta.
Arnab, I'm sorry to say you have such eminent politicians, and the yardstick with which we are assessing Mr. Modi's speech is completely wrong. He spoke for 65 minutes. He could not touch on every problem under the sun. So
Agreed.
Let us not attack him simply because he didn't do this, he didn't say that. Let us see what he did say and what he didn't say.
Sitaram Yechuri.
On
Sitaram
sanitation,
what are the priorities?
Can I finish, please?
No, please.
Can I please finish? This is completely unfair. Sita, this is completely unfair. I am saying what he said.
But what I'm saying
and let us examine that. 1 minute, Sita. Yeah, phir wahi baat. Yeah, I mean, you have 4 politicians and they think they rule the country.
Okay.
What about the people like me?
Sir, go ahead. Sir, go ahead.
You only have opinions. I am saying what he said, we should examine that. And what he said I found remarkable, and I want to congratulate Mr. Narendra Modi for jettisoning all the shibboleths, all the platitudes, all the banalities that go with the Independence Day speech. So I congratulate him for that. We should all be congratulating him for that. But on the one point that I will attack him is that what is the central question in India 2014 today,
Precisely.
besides other things?